Hey, and welcome to Catherine's Conversations in the Country. I'm Catherine Lane, and Amy Kulbok is with me. Amy is a counselor, and your practice is in Rock Hill, is that right?
Rock Hill, yes.
And we're continuing the conversation about mental well-being. You know, mental well-being is just as important as your physical well-being, and you know, it's important that we talk about it. The more we talk about it, the more normal it is.
That's right. And thank goodness we live in the era that we do now, where I think probably when you and I were growing up, it was not that way.
Right.
It was not something that were talked about. My children have all of the vernacular. They know, and it's everywhere. It's, it's online, it's social media. Everyone is kind of talking about these hot buzzwords. So we're hearing it a lot, which is good, but also can be
overwhelming.
Can be so overwhelming, yes. Especially when kids are going online for resources. TikTok is kind of inundated with, oh, if you're feeling this way, here's what you should do.
Right.
Not by counselors for the most part,
right.
But just by peers, which again can be
misleading.
It can be overwhelming, certainly.
So what do you see in this area is the problem that's pervasive in our area?
One of the things I see a ton of is parents who are concerned with where their kids are, how their kids are behaving, what to do. Is this normal? Is this not normal?
Yes.
Because in kids, we're seeing a ton of anxiety,
Yeah.
a ton of anxiety with
Right.
kids. So those things go hand in hand. I'm seeing a ton of anxiety in kids and teenagers and young adults for sure. And also parents who are just at a loss, like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Right, and
Yeah.
we'll talk about kids in just a little bit, but there is, again, so much anxiety now. I mean, we've got the political climate, and not just an internal anxiety, but also external anxiety. The election coming up, the hurricane. There seems to be so much to worry about. What do we do whenever worry just overwhelms us?
I was going to say there's every reason.
Yeah.
Every reason to worry. If we're looking for it, we can find it. What do we do when worry overwhelms us? I think it's helpful if we have a space where we are grounded, where we can figure out, like, who am I? Where am I? I need to remind myself of that. And certainly mindfulness activities, just like on the very, kind of front end, kind of Band-Aid, breathing works. Square breathing is a really good thing. There's a lot of breathing techniques you can find online. Mindfulness activities are really good to just kind of calm your brain, but it's to get you kind of in the present, not so much in the past, not so much as what is happening out here, but like what is happening right in the second, right in front of me. Am I okay? And if you can get yourself grounded in that kind of mindfulness activities lowers your blood pressure, lowers your heart rate, lowers your body temperature. It just calms everything down in the moment, which gives us room and space to be able to then kind of more appropriately assess, is this a crisis? Is this a 10? Or is this a 2? Right?
And you should probably rescue a puppy.
You should probably rescue a puppy. Pets.
Yes.
Pets for sure.
Yes. Never a bad idea.
Never a bad idea. Pets are good. Pets also do those things for you with like blood pressure and stuff. But, so I would say have some tools in your tool belt ahead of time that you can, when your heart rate goes up, when your anxiety, when your chest starts to tighten. I get shooting pains in the bottom of my feet if I'm feeling anxious. People's palms start to sweat. We all have different physical things that go along with anxiety. When those things start to hit, if we're aware, here's what I can do that can kind of just calm my nervous system down on the front end. Again, it gives me space to be able to assess the situation.
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Amy on Catherine's Conversations in the Country. I'm Catherine Lane, and y'all be well.